How's it going, internet? Let's, oh wait, I have to click two buttons. Blammo and Blammo. And now let's get to it. I've gotten out of the habit of starting with side quest running for no particular reason. I just, I guess I've just been neglecting to fire it up before I fire up the stream. Whoops. Um, but hey, look at that. A giant black bar across the screen. And there it goes. Okay. um, and okay, so let's yeah, I don't really have any like particular intro to go over today. So might as well just swing it over to the main event, which if you guessed more leg art today, you guessed correctly. We have plenty more to do. We got through a good amount of it yesterday, and there's a good amount more. And we know what we're doing now. It's like right now it's not we don't like there's no open questions about like, how do we make this happen? We figured that like I think that was actually most of what we did yesterday. It was just kind of like figure out like what on earth are we actually doing, and we cleaned up some bugs from Thursday. Oh, speaking of bugs from Thursday, hey Lemmy, how's it going? Welcome. We cleaned up some bugs from Thursday, which just reminded me of the fact that we made a few code changes yesterday, and I don't even remember which ones, but I don't know. I just remember thinking like, I wonder if we'll have any fallout from that, and I guess we'll find out. But let's not wait. Let's not put off what we're doing just to find out. Let's keep going with this. Yeah. So the last thing I did yesterday was to divvy up the kilt and the leg layers. And so what I have to do today is I have to export these, and I have to do it very carefully because I don't want to accidentally. Well, so basically I want to preserve the legs and the kilts on separate layers, so that when we swap, because so right now we have the kilt and the boots. But what we're going to swap out in the very near future is the kilt and the sandals. So by keeping the kilt and the yeah, Yakimus. Technically, I'm actually late today. Technically, I started 10 minutes late because I try and start at 10, but I've been so late for so long that it does feel early, doesn't it? um, yeah, I'm just terrible at keeping a schedule. I have a schedule. I have like a okay. So first thing, let's get extents. I'm just gonna hide the other hand for our adventure with no arms but very many legs. And then I'm gonna hide the cape too. The cape was just there to we were just making sure that we didn't accidentally that it didn't like cut weirdly across the kilt, because like we were separating our layers so that the cape would look more natural. I could animate the cape. Maybe, I don't know. Now that like once the characters are a little more animated, like one thing I might do is like do an animation pass on like some of the other assets in the game, because like I think there are some other things that like could benefit from this. Specifically because, well, here, if for anyone who wasn't here yesterday, just to give a quick preview of like what type of stuff we're doing. So at the bottom of the screen is how the game looks currently, and then up here what we have is like what the game might look like following this change. So you'll just notice that the animation is like there's more animation. There are more frames of animation. It like there are exactly twice as many frames of animation, and so it doesn't even really show as well on the pirate ship. Plus, pardon all the pink in the backgrounds, but if we like go to the mountains, whoops. Mountain spelled correctly without a weird space in the middle, then you can kind of see the background scrolls a little more smoothly, and the character art just has the characters will come back on screen in just a second. The characters just have an extra frames of animation. Yeah, the thing that I was noticing yesterday is that once the characters had this extra animation, like now that the legs are like even more animated, like it actually like to me it like kind of like the rest of the character looks even more like inanimate in comparison. So I think I want to add in like little other points of animation. Just like for example on the wings, like it just makes sense if like the feathers that would like flutter a little bit instead of just staying completely rigid. I just don't think it looks supernatural, completely rigid. So we might do that. But we're still, but the first priority is the legs because the legs, if the legs didn't animate, then it would be just like completely nope. It would just be like 100% nope. So that's the first order of business. Okay, let's yeah, I just wanted to show that for those who might have missed it yesterday. But let's continue on what we were doing. So so it's gonna hide the back layer. Gosh, there's so many layers here. It's a little confusing at this point. Where the heck is this stinking back layer? There it is. Back layer 2. There we go. Okay. So yeah, so extents on the kilt. Oh, you know what? I mean, it doesn't really matter. I could clean up the waists of the kilt a little bit. Because right now they're a little messy. The reason that wasn't noticeable before is because the hand was covering it up. But one possibility, well, like one thing that might possibly happen with the new animation is that the hand might actually move. So we actually probably would want to clean it up because the hand like won't, like if the hand is not in a fixed position, then like, yeah. So, all right, we'll get to the other stuff. But first we're going to clean up the the top of the kilt. And so we don't have to worry about the back foot layers. I'm just going to do the top layers because there's the waistband is always on the top layer. So I'm just going to hide some of these other top layers real quick and just and then clean up the alright, so that waistband is actually fine. This kilt waistband's totally good. So let's go on to the next one. The next one is wait, what? Oh, whoops, no. Wait, what am I doing? Oh, yeah. Unclick that, re-click that, re-click that. So this one just has like a little lick of the wrong sort of thing showing. So let's erase from this layer a little bit here. And actually, I want to get the kilt waistline consistent too. Not just like smooth, but like literally consistent between frames. So let's see if we can accomplish that. So let's go, yeah, so layer 26. Let's add in, I think on the other layer of frame of animation, it came up a little higher like that, more like that. Oh, well, actually, I guess this one could use a little work because like clearly the shading does not accord here. So I'm just gonna bring that down a little bit, just so because like this line of shading that comes down like through the torso, it'd make a little more sense if it was consistent. So, all right, we'll do that first, and then, yeah. So then this layer, on this layer of the kilt, it looks like it comes up actually a little bit higher in that other frame. So let's bring that up as well, and then let's bring this up just slightly. I think that's probably pretty good. Yeah, that's about right. Although, actually, on the other frame of animation, the shading came across a little bit more. Actually, no. You know what? That's not necessary because that's just a difference in like the shape of the legs, and like how the legs are animated between those frames. So that looks pretty consistent. Actually, I guess it could come up a touch more, just like just the slightest amount more. Yeah, and that I think is good. Again, it literally doesn't have to be perfect. It's just because like it's cloth, right? So there's gonna be a natural there's gonna be a little shift to it. But yeah, I think that looks good. Okay, so now let's go down to layer 28 and legs 1. Yeah, so again, on legs layer 1, there's just a little bit of this sticking up, which we don't need. And there's also, I mean, we don't really need any of the legs. I could delete like most of that layer, but for now, wait, was there like a little white pick on the arm? I don't know what that's about. That's probably also covered up by the by the hands layer. All right, let's so again, let's just get it like close, right? It doesn't have to be exact, but just like, for example, I was gonna say it was coming up a bit too high, but that might be part of that might just be part of the leg animation. That just might be like part of how this leg kicks forward. So I won't change that, will I? If if I lowered it slightly back down to where it was. Yeah, that doesn't look bad. All right, so that's close enough. And then yeah, again, let's bring it up around the side a little bit. Oops, wrong layer. Yeah, wrong layer. Wait, what? Layer 28. Let's bring it just up around the sides a little bit. Doop-a-doop. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Is that better? I think. Well, this is a little weirdly shaped, but, hold on. Alright, it's hard to get this the right shape because of all the feet in the background, but, alright, I'll just assume that's fine. Wait, hold on. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, I'll stop touching it. And so that's probably good. Okay. Sorry, one more. Real quick. It's like, this is all this stuff that, like, I never really had to think about with the other implementation of the legs, because, like, everything was a lot. Oh, they were simpler times. Let me tell you. So much simpler back then, when characters only had 2 frames of animation. I mean, technically we're still in those times, because, like, we still haven't cleared, like, the art test. We're still, like, in the testing phases, because, like, at any point, really, like, something could go terribly wrong, and we might have to, like, abandon this whole test, and, like, just stick with what we have at present. So, what kind of music do I like? I like a lot of music. Like, I'll listen to basically anything, but the thing that, like, some genres, like, I find it easier to like than other genres, so, like, I have a really difficult time finding, like, death metal that I like, and then, like, but, like, other genres, like, I don't know, I tend to like a lot of, like, more, like, I don't know, like, I like, I don't know, it's, that's a tough question, because, like, I know, like, what music I like, but I don't know how to, like, put it all together. Like, I don't know what is the connective thread between all the different types of music I like. Good music, I guess. I don't know. I like music that is, like, unexpected and like something that I like music that, well, okay, so I think part of the reason I don't like have to, like, I've called out specifically death metal is that, like, I like music that literally sounds good, like, that has, like, a strong aesthetic, like a strong, like, audio aesthetic. And to me, like, death metal tends to be like noisy a little bit. So, yeah, I listen, like, when I'm streaming, I listen to electronic dance music all day because it's like, I don't know, it's nice, and it keeps me energized. Like, it's not sad. I tried to listen to sad music once, or I tried to listen to, like, music once when streaming, just, like, any kind of music, and I hit, like, a sad song, and it was really hard to continue streaming because I was like, oh my god, I'm so sad. I'm so sad right now. So I listened to, like, almost exclusively electronic dance music while streaming. Not because it's necessarily, like, my favorite music. Like, I don't really, like, I'll listen to it. There are 2 situations where I'll listen to it. I'll listen to it when I'm streaming or when I'm exercising, or when I'm dancing, I guess. But that doesn't happen very often. Yeah. So, all right, this is good. I don't need to keep touching at this. This is totally fine. So now, as I was saying before, my task is to take extents on this stuff and export the frame slides together, but then re-separate them so that I can draw the sandals in separately. Without, yeah. Okay, so, whoops, I missed a pixel on the side. I missed a pixel over here. I think technically I missed 2 pixels over here, but I'm going to ignore the other pixel. I'm just going to go for that one. Okay, so, 6160 are our coordinates here. I think because the waist of the kilt comes up a little higher. I should probably cut that off. I'm just going to stick with 6160 because there's, like, a pixel, technically, that extends upward on the kilt, but I don't care about that pixel, I don't think. And now it stays at 6160, which I prefer for no particular reason. Alright, so yeah, this is going to be even more fun. Like, this is my favorite thing, and now it's going to be like even more fun. I'll bounce up and down while I do it. So, dancercising. um, Alright, so what we're doing here is we're going to squish layers 24 and legs layer 0 together. We're going to copy this. We're going to undo the squish. We're going to say file new. Okay, paste. Oh, I should do the data file first, because I think the data file is different here. And the file and the folder in general, I think I haven't even created yet. So let's go to projects, journey, where am I going? Oh yeah, equipment, equipment, legs, new folder. Well, this would be kilt art test. So then create new text document, data.txt. And so it was, what, it was 61, 61, 50, 21. 61, 61, 50, 21. Did it autocomplete 61 for me? When I typed the number 61, did it autocomplete it for me? Because that'd be delightful. I do type it a lot. Okay, so then, alright, so we have our data, so now, yeah, so right, so this is what we're wanting to export, basically. So save this as, so this goes in, equipment, legs, kilt art test, and this is layer 0. Yes. Alright, so then, right, so like before, layers 26 and 0A get squished together. So then we'll copy that, undo the squish, because we want to preserve those layers as separate. New, okay, paste, save, this is 0A, okay, and on and on and on. So that was 24 and 26, 28 and legs layer 1, squish these together, copy, unsquish, file, new, okay. If anyone has any questions, now is a fine time to ask, because I have to do this a few more times, and I have the mental bandwidth to be answering questions while doing this. Alright, so 30 and 1A, copy, undo, file, new. Yeah, so I mean, I've been saying the whole project, the reason I haven't done this before now is that it's going to increase the art budget of the project. Like, it's going to make, like, now, from now on, every time I make art, it's going to be there's going to be a lot more to it. It's not literally going to double the entire art budget, but, like, in a lot of cases it will. Like, for anything now that animates, it will, like, we'll need twice as much animation. And like I was saying before, I think I want more things to animate now too, so it's going to increase the art budget in that regard too. So, hey Zira, how's it going? So in some circumstances it'll double the amount of art that we make. In other circumstances it'll quadruple the amount of art that we make. So I don't know why I'm doing this to myself exactly. I guess I just felt like we were getting to that place. We were getting to a point where the game systems didn't need to evolve as much as, I don't know, like that's kind of like I've been saying, like that's kind of like the way I've been like approaching, that's the way I approach most of my projects. Like you start with like the kernel, right? Like you start with the very core of the project and then you like build it out in like various whatever direction, and like at any given point, like the direction I want to build it out is the direction that like is like I don't know. I just felt like I felt like we got to a point where art was like the thing that needed to, that like could use that extra that like extra thing, that extra step or whatever. So yeah. Okay, so 31 and legs layer 2 get squished together. Let's copy that. File, new, okay. Paste. Could you pay me to create an event banner since I don't know. I've never done anything like that. It'd probably come out terrible. So you probably shouldn't. But I don't know. That's that you know what we could do is have you been to the creative channel on Twitch before? Like the if you go to yeah, it's like literally called creative. There are a ton of really talented artists who like there who specialize in like game related stuff. So I don't know if they like I've never gone there for contract work before, but that might be a good place to check out because because they I don't know. I mean it's a lot like what we do here in game development, except like specifically for like art related stuff. So uh, I I like I said I've never tried that myself, but I think like if I ever did need something like that, that might be where I'd go. So um, and then the reason yeah I mean like in an emergency I totally would. The reason I'd suggest other things instead of just saying yes is that I have so much going on right now that I literally spend a lot of time being stressed out about how much I already have going on right now. But like I said, in an emergency, I could totally I could put something together. The thing is though, like the thing, well, like whatever I'd put together isn't going to be that much better than what you'd put together too. So like, so that you could always come up with something about as good as I can make anyways. So um yeah, let's oh did I okay, I have to be fastidious about like keeping these layers separated out. So we have layer 30, 29, 28, 31. Okay, good. So all right, I think this is the last one, right? Yeah, I've done 7 others. So here we go. Do do do. Oops, I did not mean to select all. I just meant to copy. Undo the squishing. Good. And then so file, new. Okay. Paste and save as 3A. The naming conventions here are even worse than they used to be. I'll probably want to change those once once I actually make the switch over to this art style. So uh, yeah, laughing and smiling is especially important when you're stressed out. Because if you're stressed out and you're not laughing and smiling, that's when things go bad. Um, so yeah, then okay. So this is the kilt. We did the kilt. So I'm just gonna check that the kilt looks okay in the game by so like replace all the references to Shinguard's art test with whoops no which just happens. I have no clue what just happened. It turned into the number 44 for some reason, and then 45. What is what's happening? No. Um, Kilt art test. Kilt with a T. Yeah. Replace all. So save this, and now let's look at what that thing looks like with the characters and kilts. Yep, that's characters and kilts. That is what characters and kilts look like. All right. So yeah. Okay. Now let's do sandals, I guess. Sandals. They're not gonna be that hard. They're just Excuse me. Sorry. Sandals. Yeah. They. I just. Let me look at the original sandals. Specifically the original sandals compared to the original kilt. So let's look at the original kilt, and because like yeah, I drew. Oh, you know what I did that I should probably do again is I specifically drew the characters like feet, like the characters. Oh, sorry. I would have helped on that event if I was paying closer attention. Sorry, Alchemist. Um, uh, yeah, one thing I did with the character's feet was I just drew the feet separately, so that way if I ever have to redraw feet, or if I have to for whatever reason draw like more sandals, or like other situations where the character's feet are visible, like you could I would have like that template to work from. So like yeah, so like the difference in like the sandals versus like the boots is like this. So I don't know why the edge of the kill is changing. Oh, I do know why, but it shouldn't be. Anyways, yeah. So it's pretty. It's I mean that's like what you'd expect, right? It's like this is wearing a shoe, this is not wearing a shoe, or this is wearing a sandal, right? So, all right. There's nothing really like to it, really. It's just about. Oh, the feet were a little like finicky to draw last time, as I recall. So, all right. This will be fun. Okay. So let's go to. Actually, let's. I'm just gonna move this foot image over here for like reference purposes. Oh, and I can actually close these other ones now because I don't need these open anymore. Do 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 do. Yeah. So yeah, let's go back. Let's pretty much go layer by layer because like I don't want to like delete the feet layer the legs layers entirely because I do need the feet to like line up the same way, I guess. So I'll just like kind of like draw over the feet. Yeah, I'll probably just like draw over the feet that we have here already. So uh, yeah, or draw feet over the shoes that we have here already. So for example, with legs layer 0, let's add in a new layer for the feet and yeah. Okay, so why is this not drawing? Oh, because I color picked from the layer, not from the image, which is just like a random thing that is dumb, but whatever. Okay, so yeah, foot instead of shoe. So for one thing, the foot should not like extend outside the bounds of the shoe, right? Because like feet fit inside shoes, so like the foot alone should be smaller than the shoe. Is like one thing that is typically true of how feet and shoes work. So how does that look without the? How does that look without the shoe or without the? Yeah, that could be fine. That could be. I mean, like I'll clean it up a little bit, but this could be like okay. I'm gonna use a smaller brush just because like this is like relatively fine detail around the foot. Doop doo doo doop doop doop. Yeah, that's probably fine actually. I'm not gonna spend years on this stuff because like now that I have more animation to be drawing, I kind of have to go a little faster with the animation because I otherwise it'll just like the amount of time I spend will just like balloon out of control. And the animation also moves a little bit faster, so like you never like dwell on a single frame of animation for as long anymore. So I don't know. That's kind of cheap. I probably shouldn't think that way, but I am for starters. All right, so this is legs layer 2. Wait, why is this? I don't know why that layer was still visible. I don't think it was supposed to be still visible. So I add in a new layer here, layer 33, and actually this foot is entirely in shading. So yeah, this one's pretty simple. Basically, it's basically just like that. So then, so if we get rid of this layer, then just clean up the edges. The big toe would be on the inside of the foot, not the outside. So the big toe would actually be on this side. Except not that big. Doop doop doop. Doop doop doop. And then, sorry, I don't have anything super insightful about like making lumps of pixels the shape of a foot. But there you go. That's that's how you do it, or at least that's how I did it just now. So that's fine. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna draw the feet, just the feet first, and then I'll draw the sandals onto the feet too. So, all right, let's continue adding layers. I need to start naming these layers, otherwise I'm gonna get super confused. So this is kilt 0. This is feet or foot 0. This is kilt 0, 0A. This is kilt 1. This is kilt 1A. This is kilt 2. This is foot 2. Foot 2. Kilt 2A. This is kilt 3. And lastly, kilt 3A. Okay, so right, let's actually, I'm gonna take a screenshot of this just so I can make sure that the feet look mostly the same between frames. So new, paste. Whoa, whoops, that's not the right thing. Not a screenshot of the layers thing. Screenshot of this. Expand canvas size just for comparison purposes when I draw the other layers of feet. So let's hide these layers now, and hide these layers. Show legs. No, show kilt 0A, legs 0A, kilt 2A, and kilt legs 2A. Okay, so yeah. So now let's draw feet on these. So add in a new layer above leg 0A, and this will be foot 0A. Okay, and then so like before, we basically just follow the outline of the shoe, except we, of course the foot is not quite as big as the shoe, although it does still touch the ground. That is one thing that it has in common with the shoe, is that it does extend as far downwards, so I guess it shouldn't extend quite as far upwards, like so. And then I'll hide this layer, and then alright, let's clean up this foot. Yeah. Oh hey, Ashtinksy, how's it going? Welcome. Sorry, I was really into what I was doing. I guess I have like a foot thing. No, sorry. No, what am I talking about? No, I'm just like, I don't know. I was just like engrossed in what I was working on, which just happened to be feet. Okay. This is not looking like a foot right now. Let's make this look more like a foot. I guess I was thinking like there would be that shading line on the top, but I think that didn't actually help. I think that made it look weirder. So let's do what we can to make it look less weird. That could be kind of okay, I guess. Hold on. There's a little bit too much. Yeah. That could be a foot, I guess. Oh, did I probably didn't send it too far down though, right? Like this whole like lower line, like this whole pixel line down here, I think is like just not even supposed to be there. It's supposed to be like that. So actually, when I draw the sandal, I'll probably like move the foot up a pixel or something, because like this is like the foot like literally flat against the ground, but I think we would actually, yeah, with the sandal on there, there's a thin sole, like it's a thin sole, but there is a sole to it, so it'll probably like click the foot up like a slight touch. Okay, and then so that was for foot 0A. So let's do what was it? Legs. Oh, it's down here. Kilt. So legs 2A. Yeah. So let's add in a new layer. This layer is foot 2A, and this one should be fairly straightforward because like there's not much of the foot visible here. So let's make the brush size slightly bigger, and then basically just that. Oh, except I guess the toe is technically on this side, so not that makes a huge difference, but I don't want the character to have their feet on backwards, so might as well. Alright, wait, what does that even look like? Probably looks really awkward right now. Yeah, alright, so let's clean that up. With the finer brush, and then basically yeah, just vaguely foot-like. There doesn't have to be a ton of detail on this one because like it's in the background, so there's no shading detail, and yeah, I think that's fine. It looks a little bit short though. I think I trimmed it a little too much. So yeah, that's fine. Okay, and then okay, so now let's hide these layers and show kilt layer 3, legs layer 3. Let's hide these layers and show kilt layer 1, legs layer 1. Okay, here's some more feet. Some more lovely feet to draw. Okay. So foot layer 1. Bigger brush for the broad strokes to just get the shape of the foot. Oh yeah, this is why I wanted to take this screenshot over this, just to make sure that the feet looked consistent between the separate layers. Although, I mean, this is the alternate foot, so on this one, like, the toe is on the inside, for example. So there'll be slight differences in the shape, but for the most part, the shape should be comparable. They should look like two matching feet, not like two different feet. So, I guess that's my goal. Alright, so let's hide legs layer 1, and how's that in terms of... Yes, that's pretty close. I'll just do the shading, give it the same shading treatment, and that should be pretty good. So... doop-a-doop. It's pretty close, except there's a little too much shading, so... oh wait, no, actually, the shading would be more around the toe, less around the arch of the foot, and then a little more around the heel. So it'd be more like, not that it matters, but like, it'd be technically more like that. I drew it the other way the first time. Yeah. Alright, so that's fine. Maybe I'll just clean up the edges. No, this is fine. Well, okay, maybe just slightly. Oops, wrong tool. Just the feathering around the edges is a little much. Okay, that's fine. And so now the other foot. So this one is foot... so many freaking layers. So many. I forget what my old record is for like how many layers I had at the same time. I think it was like in the low 40s. I think it was like 40 something. So I don't think I think at layer 37, I haven't quite beaten my old record yet, but I'm getting there. I'm getting close. So this is foot layer 3. So let's go for a bigger brush for starters, and then this one will be kind of the opposite, because in this one the side of the foot is shaded and the top of the foot is or the side of the foot is light and the top of the foot is shaded, rather. So something like that, and then let's hide the foot layer and then clean it up a bit with a smaller brush. I like the smaller brushes. The smaller brushes are like vital for... Wait, hold on. Which foot is this? Okay, this is pinky. The side where the side that's in the light is the pinky side, the pinky toe side. It's like the... sorry, I interrupted myself to say. I like the smaller brushes for fine details, because there are some things that are just way too like the big brushes are just way too clumsy for. The downside, or like the trade-off, is that you end up with like a sharper edge to your lines, which is why I try not to use the small brush too often, because instead of getting that like soft, more like illustrated look, it gets a little like sharp and pixely. And I'm not trying to draw pixel art here. In fact, I'm trying pretty hard not to draw pixel art here. Alright, so how does... Oops. Did not mean to do that. How does this look compared to the other one? Because I think the foot's a little too small or something. Yeah, I think the foot's slightly too small. So let's... Actually, yeah, how did it look with the... Alright, yeah, I can increase this in size a little bit. Just like bring up the arch of the foot a little bit, I guess. And then, yeah, that's better. It's better already. I think that's good, actually. Okay, so... alright, one more set of feet to go, and we are good. We need to do 3A. So show those ones, and up here, yeah, we have to do 1A and 3A. Okay, so we'll add in, this will be foot 1A, and Alright, well, this one's kind of interesting. This one should be more shaded, technically. Like, this foot is not very shaded, but it should be. I should probably start changing that. So maybe I'm not going to go back and do the other feet right now. Oh no, it's basically just because of the kilt that it would be so shaded. Like, it doesn't have to be so shaded all the time. But, like, yeah. So actually, I guess I should... Yeah, I really only really need to change the sandal... Oh, but that's funny. Okay. Huh, that's weird. Alright, it doesn't really matter. It's because it's a small detail, and like I said, the animation goes a lot faster, so, like, little details aren't going to make as much of a difference in, like, the new animation system, but, so I don't have to be quite as, like, fastidious and, like, excruciatingly careful about... It's not that I don't want to be careful, it's that I don't want... It's about the amount of time it takes. It's about the amount of time you put in, and the amount of, like, value you get out of it. Like, it's just like there's not as much value to spending, like, great, like, painstaking amounts of time, like getting every little single pixel in the right place, because the pixels go by so fast that, like, the human eye doesn't really perceive it as much. I mean, like, there can be, like, still shots of the game, like, there can be screenshots, of course, but, like, even in the screenshots, like, that's not a good enough. That's not, like, yeah. It's still just, it does. It's like this. When it gets down to the level of, like, the little things that no one's going to notice, like, there's not a huge point in spending, like, and, like breaking my brain in order to accomplish things that will never really have a major impact. Yeah, it's tough to explain that. Sorry, like, the reason I stammer over that fact, or, like, that aspect of game development so much, is that it sounds lazy. Like, it's really hard it's really hard to explain how it's actually, like, it has to just be, like, it has to be that way. You can't, like, I don't know, like, a person could spend literally their entire life, like, working on, like, a single, like, 16 by 16 set of pixels if they, like, you know, get, like, the exact color balance, like, you know, just right, like but, like, that's not what we're making, because a game isn't just a single set of, like, 16 by 16 pixels. Like, oh, do I prefer iMac keyboard or mechanical keyboard? um I don't have a strong preference. I do I guess technically I prefer mechanical keyboard because, like, I have a mechanical keyboard, but actually I'm not using it right now. So, like, I mean, the reason I'm not using it right now is because I'm on my laptop, and I guess I don't like it so much more that, like, I don't so strongly prefer it that I have to use it all the time. But yeah, I use it on my desktop, so I guess technically I prefer mechanical. Okay, so this is, what is this, foot layer, layer 3A. Yeah, okay. And then, all right, so this is the last foot, and then once we get this last foot in, we can strap on some sandals and have a lovely... I don't know what the rest of that sentence goes like, but whatever. Okay. So roughly like that. We'll go to the foot, and then let's clean that up with a smaller brush. Doop doo doo, doop boop a doop. Yeah, that's fine. Wait, where's the toe? The toe is on the inside, so let's yeah. Good. Good and stuff. Nope, that was not right. Actually, oh yeah, the opposite, I guess, would be the better option. It's like, nope, doesn't feel right either. Oh, okay, no, it's that the foot is, like, too, like, the heel is not, like, sharp enough. It's, like, too, it felt like too much like an elbow. Or, like, it felt too, like, curvy. Like, it didn't feel like enough of a hinge, I guess. And there are these, like, pixels on the kilt that make me think it's the foot, and I don't know. Okay. So, yeah, this is fine, I guess. No, this is too tall. I made it too tall. Alright, I'm, like, borderline pixel art right here, so I'm gonna call this good. I'm not, like, thrilled with it, but I think it is good enough. Okay. So good then. Right. So now the last thing I'm gonna do is like, so one thing that I was noticing is that like when I get okay, so here the foot like having the foot layer and showing and hiding the foot layer doesn't make a huge difference, but on some of these layers it kind of did, because there was like the way I drew the kilt. Yeah, like look at the waistline of the character as I like hide and show the leg layer. There's just like subtle detail that like makes the waistline look a little bit cleaner with the leg layer shown, and that'll also like help with the consistency between the frames, because I didn't mean to change the kilt. I only really meant to change the I only really meant to change uh, the foot. So I'm going to. Oh wait, no, it's not even time to export yet. No, you know what it's time to export is the feet layer. Yeah. So I could just export those real quick, and then yeah, and then I'll come back and do the rest of the stuff later. All right. So actually, yeah, let's just literally just do the feet. So I'm gonna hide like even like all the kilt and all the leg layers, and just show all the feet layers, or the foot layers, because like I said before, I just if I have to come back and draw the sorry, if I have to come back and draw the feet, or like if I ever do another character set that has exposed feet again, I'll probably just want to like use these feet as the foundation and like work from there. So yeah, so here we just have our feet, and so let's like just export these by themselves. I will start at pixel 6161 just for traditional purposes. Uh, Wait, where's 6161? 6161. All right. And I guess this is fine. So this is 6161 4921. All right. So yeah, just cause. All right. So yeah, I had like these feet. Like this is the older version that I had, and it's like the same thing. It's like I never actually really use it for anything, but I could if I wanted to. So folder feet art test new data file data.txt. So this goes yeah, like I said, 61 61 49 21. Save that, and then yeah. All right. So as per usual, I can just close these for now. Don't save. All right. So legs or feet foot layer. Oh, whoops! I didn't have foot layer 0. Okay, that's fine. It doesn't change the extents. Okay, so foot layer 0. Copy file new. Okay. Paste save as. Right. So this goes in equipment legs feet art test. This one is 0. Yeah. And this one is foot A 0A file new. Okay, paste, save, 0A. Okay, file new. Oh, oops, not yet, not new yet. Foot layer 1, copy, file new. Okay, paste, save, as 1. Yes. So if I set up a script to do this sort of thing instead, how would that work? I mean, I guess that actually that would be a question of like whatever art program I was using to make the wait 0 or 1. This is 1A. Yeah, it depends what like art program I was using, I guess, because I've never really done that before. I've never had to like script art tools before, so it'd be an interesting thing to do, but it's not one that I have any prior experience with, really. So I have no clue how I would go about doing that. All I know for sure is that, wow, wouldn't that be great if I could just script this stuff instead of having to do this by myself. Because I think it's pretty straightforward. It's like, it's the sort of things that you could script, right? It's like basically like taking extents is just looking at the image and like finding the pixels with like non-zero alpha, and like finding like amongst like those layers like where are the where are the pixels non-zero alphas, like what's the tightest box that we can draw around the those pixels, to include all of them, and then yeah, and then basically just a matter of you know, copying and pasting those images into like their own separate files, and then like saving them according to naming convention. So I think it'd be doable. I just I wouldn't even know where to start with something like that. Like I don't even know like what type of software application would actually even be able to do something like that. So okay. Whoops, what did I forgot to name this one. Save as 3A. Okay. Okay. So doop-a-doop. Yeah. Sorry, just one thing that weirds me out about like my computer is that like when I run the script the first time each day, it takes like a while to load. And then like when I rerun the script, it doesn't take nearly as long. Which just I don't understand. Like what on earth is it caching and where that is the outcome? Like it's like I get that it's loading the same data multiple times, but like it should be completely reloading that data as far as I understand how things work. Like maybe I just don't understand how things work exactly, because it seems really weird to me how that all goes down. I won't worry about that right now though, because I need to be drawing some sandals. Oh yeah. So like I was saying before, the first thing I want to do is to prep for so I want to kind of like preserve some of these leg layers and not like get rid of them completely. So I'm probably going to do what? I'm going to basically like for each of these layers, I'm just gonna like cut off the boot. Now that we have the other foot. Oh yeah, I don't need all of these feet layer visible at the same time either. So let's hide some of these extra feet. Oops, I hid too many of the feet. I hid the other foot that we actually wanted, which is foot 2. Oh, and I guess I can show kilt 2 too. Okay, so yeah, so on legs layer 0, let's just basically just get rid of the boot, das Boot, and then I guess I can just actually change the order of these layers and just draw the sandal right on this layer here, instead of adding more layers, because adding more layers does not sound fun at this point. Okay, so legs layer 0, yeah, let's so the sandals, oh whoops, I closed like all of them, but I didn't mean to close literally all of them, because equipment, legs, sandals, I did mean to color pick before I fully closed it. Actually, what color is this? I guess like, no, I can just color pick from here. I was thinking like, because usually I don't like invent colors when I don't need to. Like if there's like, I was thinking it might be like oh, you know what color it probably is? It's probably the color of the feathered cap, because the feathered cap is a slightly different color than the pointed cap, and it probably matches that color. But we can just use this. Okay, so legs layer 0. I might not. I was just thinking, like earlier I was saying like I might change the position of the feet like when I add the sandal on. I mean not for this one, but for the planted feet. But I might not even do that actually. It might just actually be fine to like wait, why is this not drawing? Oh, because I'm using the eraser tool. I might just like, I might not. I might just, yeah, this is roughly what it looked like before. I might just I might just draw it in. We'll see, I guess, when we get there. But I just, like, I don't know. doesn't seem. I don't know which would be a better sense of consistency, like having it so that the foot was technically the same width all the time, or having it so that the foot like planted the same way all the time. But yeah, like I said, we can find out when we get there. I don't like this sandal as much as the other one for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, I think that was it. It was like covering up too much of the toes or something. I don't know. That's fine. I'm not gonna spend all day on that. Okay, so foot 2. Oops, wait no. Let's put legs 2 up here. Show legs 2, but then balit. I mean, this is one of those layers that I probably could get rid of the entire layer, but to the extent I don't have to, I'm not going to. Okay, so legs 2. Yeah, so let's draw this sandal back in. This one's pretty straightforward. It's basically just like a line down the side, and then, I mean, they're all pretty straightforward. Just like a line down the side and then a line across the foot. Perfect. Nailed it. First try. Oh, might have found some. Alright, yeah, the price point is kind of important, right? I mean, as long as you get what you pay for, that's the important part, right? Oh, you said that a while ago. Wow, I'm not paying attention to chat. The two times that I lose track of chat the most are when it's going really fast and when it's going really slow. Because when it's going really fast, like I like almost can't keep up with it, and then when it's going really slow, I just like almost completely forget to keep up with it. All right, so yeah, fine. Let's move on from these. So I'm not going to export them yet, but let's. Or should I? It would save on a bunch of layers if I just exported them up front. Oh no, I still have to do extents. Alright, so I won't do it yet. I mean, the extents probably aren't going to change, but they might actually. I don't know. Like adding the sole to the sandal might change it. Alright, so what's chest 0? I really don't have to be showing chest 0, but whatever. Alright, so layer 2, hide those, show layer 2A. Okay, so like before, let's move legs layer up, and then balit away all of the boot, and then draw in the sandal. Yeah, so this is the one that I was saying, like, I might click it up a pixel. I might not, though. Should I? Yeah, I probably should. I don't know. I almost want to click it up a half pixel, which isn't a real thing. I wonder. Yeah, the feet never really sat flat on the ground before, so this is kind of like a new thing. I'll try clicking it up a pixel. So with this foot 0A, let's try. Whoops, did not mean to click there. What? My mouse is so finicky. Like, sometimes if I'm using my tablet, it just like won't register mouse clicks. Why? Why would you do that to me? Okay. So if we move the foot up a click, yeah, it's kind of cheating either way. So maybe I will kind of like redraw it a little bit. So I'll move it up a click, but then I'll like erase it down a little bit. And then also lower this, we don't need this shading line as much because we have like the sandal for contrast. And then, yeah, so let's put the sandal in as such. Legs layer 0A. Yeah, that seems fine. Sandal. Kind of like that, I guess. Except this isn't supposed to be there. Those pixels down here don't actually show up. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay. And then let's do Legs layer 2A, same thing. Let's get rid of the, again, like I could probably just get rid of this entire layer, but I'm just going to get rid of the gray of the boot, and then let's draw in the brown. This sandal will like be like barely visible at all, like not even like that visible, because like all you really see is like maybe a hint of it around the side of the foot, and then like a little bit of the strap going across the foot, but like it's mostly not even there. So yeah, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so now let's move on. Keep on moving on down. So foot layer 1, and same here. Sorry, this pose of animation is just great. Just fantastic. Let me tell you. Okay, so move up the foot layer. Get rid of the shoe. And then let's draw the sandal back in. I think this is probably the one where you see like most of the bottom of the sandal. Like in the other ones, like you see it mostly like side on, but I think this is like the one where you see not even that much per se, but I don't know. You know what's funny is I liked this foot. I liked how this foot was drawn, and now that I put the sandal on it, it's like you lose like any of the detail that I might have liked in the first place. But whatever. The world will never know that I actually drew a foot that I kind of liked. Actually, I kind of lied. I think maybe I don't actually want to see as much of the bottom of the sandal. Sounds weird. Maybe it's because I liked the foot before I drew the sandal on. I'm not like expecting the sandal to look great, and it's not looking great. It's just looking like, you know. Or maybe it's just not the right size, or it's like not the right shape still. That's fine though. I'm gonna erase away a little more of it. Yeah. I don't know. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna bring back a little more of it. This is fine. I'm just gonna stop touching it because I'm not making it better. I'm not getting it to like how I want it. I'm just like fiddling with it at this point. You know, I might. I'm still getting used to Trusty Bard, how he says like the event mid time results, and like when there are two people playing, like it's like, yeah, Trusty Bard, we get it. It looks like the top pick is Knowles. We can see that. Like the reason that he says those things are so like when if chat is moving faster, like you don't have to like scroll up and down in order to like see what the situation is. But hey, creative, how's it going? Welcome. Well, I'm glad you can make it, creative. Sorry to hear that you're stuck in a boring situation, but at least you have a good amount of time to think, I guess, right? Maybe? I don't know. We're drawing sandals. So we drew that one's fine, I guess. I'm not gonna change that one, so let's get this one good. So again, I'm gonna get rid of this old boot. This old boot, and when I say this old boot, I really do mean this old boot, because that's the same boot art that's been I hadn't really noticed it before, but the way the character progression goes is that you get that boot like at what, like level 8 or something, like relatively low level, and then it sticks around for the longest time. Usually like art, any one piece of art like cycles out a bit faster than that, and nope, that boot has staying power. All right. So that's fine. And alright, no, that's not our last sandal, because we do have just 2 more sandals to go. It's funny how It's funny how this conversion process seems. Well, I mean, I guess this is like a taste of. This is basically like a taste of how it will be, ultimately, because I'm like, it's like yeah, adding like converting the old legs to have 4 frames of animation is not just a matter of it's not just a matter of adding 2 extra frames of animation to the old walk cycle because we completely lost the old walk cycle. There's just a completely new walk cycle. Um, you know what? These adventures have always done crouch walk, so I'm not going to feel bad about the fact that the adventures in the new animation cycle do crouch walk because they've always done crouch walk. Yeah, I don't care. They've always okay. Sorry, don't mind me. Um, all right. So, yeah, let's do what then? Let's continue on. Right. So we have to. Right. So the process here uh is to where is it? Legs 1A. As per usual, we get rid of this shoe, and then we move this layer up, and then oh yeah. So like before, I think I'm with the foot. I think I am gonna shift the foot up 1 pixel. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do that this time. Hey, this is the new follower. Nice. Battler Pete, welcome to the channel. Thank you very much for following. I think I'm actually not gonna shift it up this time. I'm gonna do basically the same thing though. I'm gonna like manually shift it up a half pixel instead of like shifting it up a whole pixel. So let's just like darken this line of pixels here basically is the difference. And then so it'll be like as if like the foot is because the foot like when you put on a sandal, like they're relatively thin sandals, but like they're not like 0 width. So like there should be like some degree to which your foot is like slightly higher off the ground. All right, so I don't really have to delete these pixels down here because they're not going to get picked up when I do the extents. But I guess I'm getting rid of them so that it's easier to see what it'll look like once they're gone. Like I don't want to be looking at them because they're not going to be in the final image. So I don't want them to skew my perception of like what the thing will look like eventually or ultimately. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Let's do what then? Excuse me. What's that about? It's 11:17 in the morning. Why am I yawning? I think it's the I'm not gonna call it like the I think it's like the fact that this is like what's the polite way to say this? This is like one of those tasks where you end up like instead of doing a new thing and then a new thing and then a new thing, you do a thing and then you do something and then you go back and do the first thing again and then you do, you know, it's kind of like, it's cyclical, I guess, which I guess is, yeah. We're almost done with the sandals, which is good, I guess. We're making progress. And the sandals actually are one of the most weird feet, because like I was saying with the, with like the bare feet versus the sandaled feet, like you know, I don't know, this is almost like a 2-in-1 sort of thing. So there are other there are other confusing boots down the line. Like all the boots. The boots started out really easy, and then at a certain point I started getting comfortable with it, and I was like, let's do something weird and different instead. So there are a few more of those, but oh wow. Yeah, you know what I just remembered is I just glanced at the oh thank goodness. I just glanced at the screen and there's an adventure wearing the black pants with the sandals, and I'm so glad I just remembered that because I can't squish the kilt and the sandals together. The same reason I didn't want to squish the kilt and the boots together, I have to pull another like swap with yeah, in the very near future. So yikes. Good thing, yeah, this adventurer here, whoever this adventurer here is, I can't see name tags right now, but whoever this adventurer is, I don't know if you guys can see my, like, cursor, like, dancing around, one of the characters on screen. This character, I saw them out of the corner of my eye, and I was like, oh, wait, that can't, yeah, right, okay, so, yeah, so I want to be careful about, yeah, so the game that we're working on right now is actually the game that's on the bottom of the screen, so, as you might notice, you have a character in the game, I don't know. Is that one you? Sorry, like I said, I can't see name tags on my side, but I think I don't know. It's just, probably one of those characters is you, and yeah. So all you really need to know to play the game is that Trusty Bard is the storyteller. So if you follow along Trusty Bard in chat, he'll let you know what's like going on in the game and kind of like lay out like the like what are your options, like what kind of things you can do in a given event. You know what? I haven't been man. I go through phases where like sometimes I'll use my secret control panel. Like last week when yeah, I guess it was last week when we were testing ad libs. I was using my secret control panel a lot, and then a lot of the times I like don't. But I I don't know. Sometimes I like just don't feel super inspired. But I don't know. One of my goals is that like I feel like I should do that more often. Oops, I'm typing in the word goal because I'm saying it. No, I meant to type in Firefox to look up Trusty Bard. Yeah. So there, oh, thank you, thank you very much. Uh, yeah, I was just like thinking of like what was the last thing that was going on when we were playing it. Well, one thing I still haven't figured out, or one thing that I still need to pin down is like I can talk while I do the export process. This should be relatively straightforward. I could actually merge the legs and the feet layer together. That wouldn't be bad. Yeah, so maybe I should do that for starters. Wait, I'll save it for starters just in case I'm forgetting something. All right, yeah, yeah, one thing that I haven't like fit together yet is like exactly how to use the secret panel. Like in terms of like, I mean, like I know how to use it. What I don't know is like the like some of the like nuance of like how to use it best. Like what is the optimal approach to keeping the specifically like the storylines, I guess, like the plot lines or whatever, because like as it is, like Trusty Bard has like kept a consistent like plot line through this whole uh, like through basically like pretty much everything that's happened in this in like his I don't know this version of the story so far, and I don't know it doesn't like fit necessarily the fact that like I've been keeping that consistent storyline for like that part of the story, and then also like I'm also really inconsistent about how that story plays out. So maybe so I think part of it is because I wrote I indicated like the so there's the fire golem like when we were first trying the secret control panel, we had the fire golem, and I set up that as like a as like a an objective sort of I set it up as like something to pursue, and like I feel like I have like that hasn't I mean that definitely just hasn't paid off yet. So I think that's part of why I feel obligated to like continue on that storyline, because like otherwise if like that just kind of like drops out, like I'd feel bad, I guess, because that's like anticlimactic. um I mean also like taking months and months to actually like play through the storyline is also arguably a bit anticlimactic. So um one thing I guess I want to figure out or like get better at as a GM is thank you. Thank you, V. um I think I would have said vibe with a V, but I don't know. It's like I think it's like it's an expression, right? So I don't know. Language is how we choose to use it. Okay, so did I? Okay, so I got these layers like mostly all set up. Actually, yeah, I guess I can be showing these layers and taking extents now because, yeah, it's like so at this point it's like we're ready to export the kill. Although like I was thinking, like I was saying before, or just like thinking in advance. I don't need to see the back, hide the back. Like I was saying before, I want to be careful about how I export these because I want the sandals. Yeah, I don't want to redraw the sandals like all the time. Uh, oh, weird. Somehow I made the back foot bigger than the front foot. I think I'm gonna clean that up real quick. It's just like one of those little things that like I didn't realize I was doing it, but then apparently I did, and yikes. So what layer is that? That is layer. That's legs layer 1, I think, or foot layer 1. Yeah. Alright, so foot layer 1. Let's just like dial this back a little bit, because it's like, I mean, there's not like an extreme amount of foreshortening that would be happening here, but like technically, if anything, there would be some amount of foreshortening happening here. So like was this not the case with just the feet? Like, was this just when I drew the sandal that I accidentally did this? Because like it's, I don't know, it's kind of extreme. It's like kind of super noticeable. Here I'm gonna hide the layer 0 for a second, just to make sure I'm not like slaughtering this. So let's just make sure I'm not slaughtering this foot. So foot layer 1, yeah. Huh, that was weird. I was not expecting that, but that should be better. Foot, yeah. So now they're pretty much the same size, I guess. Yeah. Actually, foot. Yeah, no, I'm just not gonna worry about it. It's fine. Ugh, wait, no. Technically, this foot in the foreground should look narrower. So sorry. One more second. I'm just gonna like shave this one down slightly. Just because I was just thinking of like the angle of the feet and like whatever. I'm not okay. Like I said before, I can't spend like a million years on this stuff. But this is fine. Okay, so now I can take extents, and now I can export this stuff. So, all right, I have one too many pixels on the top, because I mean I technically don't have too many pixels on the top, but I wait, 62. Whoa. Oh, oops, wrong. All the wrong buttons. Oh, that's funny. I guess I lost a pixel on the side here. Wait, how is it? Huh? Yeah, extents start from pixel 62 instead of 61. That I was not expecting. Uh, but hey, all right, whatever. So all right, let's. How did I? Wow, I don't know. Okay. Uh, let's. Oh, what are the studios that I worked for? I worked actually for 6 years. I worked for Harmonix Music Systems, which is located in like Boston, and they make games like Rock Band and like Dance Central. That I worked like yeah for pretty much my entire AAA career. I worked there, which is a cool studio to work for. They're cool people making cool stuff, and I was once one of them. um, yeah, 6 years. So I was there for a good amount of time. I don't know. It's like basically the entirety of my AAA career was like at that studio. Which is, I don't know, just it's like, I don't know, it's just funny to think about it sometimes. All right, this is Sandal's art test, and oh, I should do the data file first real quick. The Sandal's art test. Yeah, I've been working in games for like over 7 years at this point, but a lot of them were in AAA, and so that's cool. It was cool. It was, and oh, cool. Yeah, indie life is what I've got going on at this point. So, all right. So, what were the pixel coordinates here? Were weird. They were like 60, 62, 62, 61, and then 48, 21, I think. Is that right? Hold on. Let me double check. I can close this. I don't need that here anymore. Yeah, 62, 61, and then 48, 21. Okay. Good. I'm reading that off the bottom of the screen. I think you guys probably can't see it because it's probably like off the bottom of the screen, but it's, yeah. Okay. All right. So this is, so save this as legs, sandals, art test, and this is layer 0. Oh, did I unsquish the layers? I need to remember to unsquish the layers too. Yeah, so get the foot and the kilt separated. So squish, squish, copy, undo. There we go. File new. Okay, paste. Save this as 0A, and kilt layer 1. Squish onto foot layer 1. Copy. File new. Okay. Paste. Save as 1.png. Hey, congratulations to whoever leveled up. Sorry, I can't see name tags. I'm guessing that was you, Pete, probably. I don't know. But whoever it was, congratulations. Alright, so... what? Oh no. I don't know what on screen looked inappropriate, but yeah, that happens sometimes. Like art out of context can look funny. I mean, basically what I'm doing is I'm chopping up body parts. So it sometimes I apologize for whatever it looked like. It's just yeah, it's gotten to the point that like no, it's not even that it's gotten to the point. It's just that, like, as the artist, like, I know exactly what I meant to draw. So whenever I look at things, I see, like, what I meant to draw. I don't see, like, what other things might show. So I don't know what, like, I don't know what was, what it looked like. But I assure you, what we're drawing here is an adventurer with no arms, part of their head missing, and 8 legs is what we're drawing. Okay, so yeah, yeah, as a game dev, sometimes you have to do things that you're not proud of, like like chopping up body parts. No, I really should stop saying that because it sounds terrible. Okay. Alright, we're almost done, I guess is the good part. Is that better? I don't know. Alright, so save this. This is layer 2. Okay. And then I didn't undo the squishing of those 2 layers. Wow, this layers menu is so weird. It just like jumps all over the place. Like whenever I like squish or like unsquish the layers. Like, alright, so copy, undo. I don't know, it keeps like scrolling in weird positions and it makes it really hard to keep track of like all these like way too many layers that we have going on here. All right, so this is yeah. So paste this. This is 2A, 2A, and then all right. Let's see. Oh, sorry. I try not to be vain, but like every now and again, I catch myself looking like an idiot and whatever. Okay. So that was 2A. So 3. Let's squish the layers together and copy that file. New. Okay. Paste and save. And this would be 3. And then one more to go. So unsquish these layers, kilt 3A, squish to foot 3, copy, file, new, okay, paste, save, 3A, alright, cool, excellent, yeah, let's see how this looks, I guess. So now if we go to this file, oh wait, I didn't save that. Yeah, save that. I guess I don't know, whatever. And then okay, so let's replace this with so replace kilt art test with sandals. Yeah, it's probably sandals plural. save that and let's run the art test to see what that came out like. Adoop adoop. Right, so yeah, that seems fine. I guess fine as anything. Uh, sure. Why not? I don't know. Um, I just like I don't know. I still like every time I write, I feel a different way about it. Like I most of the time, or like a lot of the time, like the reason I keep going is because I keep thinking like the reason I keep going with this is because like there are things that I really like about it. Uh, I don't know. There's still some things that I'm not 100% about. So I want to I don't know. I don't know what I want to do exactly, but it's just yeah. Uh, I wonder. Um, hmm. I'm just curious about something. I want to know like what exactly would be the what exactly is the frame rate of this game? I guess like the actual frame rate, because I've always capped the frame rate at like a fixed amount, right? Like for the script that's running at the bottom of the screen, that's capped at 2 frames per second, and this one's capped at 4 frames per second. So, um, because the one thing I've noticed is that when I like run the game unburdened, like with whatever frame rate, like it seems like it varies. It seems like in the snowy environment, I think like the here I'm gonna uncap the frame rate just temporarily for the art test, and we'll see. So for one thing, the game's gonna look silly because it's gonna like all the characters are gonna go like turbo speed, um, and then oh also it's gonna say delayed frame. It's gonna spam. Oh no! Oh yeah, I got it out, so it doesn't spam delayed frame. So yeah, so the characters run like stupidly fast. But like, what is this frame rate actually? Like, I've never actually really bothered to check. Oh yeah, so the other thing is like, so how fast the characters are going now? Like, I think if we go to the snow, then I think they actually like it actually the frame rate is actually lower in the snow. Or maybe not. That seems about the same. Huh? Yeah, maybe it might be a little bit lower. But like that's one thing that I've never really looked into. Because like hypothetically, if I like one of the things I've been saying is that like for the backgrounds for the environments, I might go with like a smoother scroll. And oh well, there's that. I don't know what that was about. um, yeah, I was thinking for the background, I might go with like a smoother scrolling background, and then at that point though, I would have to think about like what is the I'd have to think about what is the sorry, it's just the little characters like sprinting across the screen is amusing to me. Um, so, um, yeah. If you're right, because if I wanted to if I wanted to be smooth, then I would have to I'd have to figure out what the I mean I'd have to actually like, start thinking about those things. I've like never really cared about frame rate because like I mean one thing that I'd have to do I think is I basically have, well oh yeah, so one thing I can be fairly certain of is that I'd have to thread graphics because I couldn't have the graphics running on the same thread as other things, which can like be more uh yeah, you can call me Ben if you like. Ben or Binri, either one works fine. Um, I yeah, I'd have to thread the graphics because like right now like the script, it does weird things at weird times, and I don't really spend much time like thinking about like whether I don't know. There's some things that I could clearly optimize. Well, yeah, I mean, for one thing, there are just things that I could clearly optimize. So, I mean, as part of like the whole graphics like redux, I might want to actually like address some of those things too. But yeah, I'm curious just to see like what the frame rate is roughly. So let's here I'll stop the art test Oh, actually, no. You know what? No, there's not a huge point in testing that stuff yet, because like this is for this version of the script. Like we've deactivated we've deactivated a lot of stuff like the what is it like all the network connections and stuff. Like there's a lot of the script that isn't really running in the art test. So I guess that'll just be something to keep in mind. And like threading the graphic stuff is something that I've kind of like had it in the back of my mind for a while now. And so it might just be that this is the point where we actually want to do that. Because yeah, the backgrounds, they do look a lot nicer when they parallax smoothly than when they like parallax in the clicky way that they do now. So that's cool. Or that could be cool. Could be even cooler, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so let's do what then? Let's that was running pretty running pretty smoothly, which is nice. I mean, that could be like a complete fluke. Or it might be related to the fact that like everything, like this is the version of the script where everything else is deactivated, but it's nice to know that at least like Pygame can render that fast. Like, because one of the things I was concerned about is that like Pygame might be a bottleneck, because like if Pygame can like, I mean we're rendering like over the screen like a few times, like I think like upwards of 6 times, and like yeah, I honestly wasn't sure how fast Pygame would be able to handle that stuff. I've done, yeah, this project is this one's a Ben original. It's I've done everything for the project so far, including the art. So yeah. I I'm not great at anything, but I can do a little bit of a lot of things. So that's, I guess, my skill. Um, okay, let's yeah, so I finished exporting this already. Right, so now I can get rid of the kilt, because now it's time to switch over to the darker pants. So yeah, I guess for starters I can basically just get rid of all the kilt layers. Uh, because I'll have to, yeah, the conversion process isn't going to be like automatic or anything. Like there's going to be like a bit to do with this process, but it doesn't involve the kilts at any point. And those are all like saved and exported and everything. So those are all good to go. So now I can finally like reduce back down to only the normal absurd number of layers that I have, not the additionally absurd number of layers that I have for this file. Okay. Wait, why is there legs A? Where's this legs 1A file? Wait a second. Did I export these correctly? Oh, whoops, no. I lost the foot. For this one, I lost the foot. Look at that. This, I guess it was really subtle, but this frame of animation didn't have a foot on it. So I'll probably want to re-export that one real quick with the foot attached. Oh, does that mean that, does that mean ooh, shoot. Does that mean I anchored the sandal to the wrong layer? Foot 1A. No, it seems like the sandal's on the correct layer. Maybe I have no clue how that happened, but whatever. Alright, let's just squish these together. Copy, file, open, this one. Yeah. Kind of subtle point, but there's supposed to be a foot there. So let's save that. And then I guess unsquish these layers, and then so now I can get rid of legs layer, and that doesn't get rid of the sandal. Weird. Wait, whoops, nope, undo. Yeah, alright, I don't know why that worked, but whatever. Seemed to work. Maybe I just literally forgot to get rid of that layer. Maybe that was like the only difference. Okay, so now there are all these like weird like leg, messy, foot, whatever business going on. So I guess what we'll want to do now is file, open. I think I'm gonna go back to the to what? I guess I'll go back to the gray legs or the white legs again. So like So let's go to equipment, legs, boots in red. No, let's go with the yeah, white pants art test. I can use these as the basis for. I know like we kind of use this as the basis for the like all this like cruft that we have left on here, but like yeah. All right, so basically let's go back down to only having a few layers for these things, and actually I'm gonna rename the feet. No, the legs layer is just gonna be called the foot layer for a little while because I don't feel like renaming it right now. I'm gonna add in a new layer above foot layer 0. I'm gonna copy paste this here. Oh yeah, 61, 61. I'm assuming is the correct positioning for this. Yeah, 61, 61, and then yeah. So basically, the point of this is to do what? To get rid of the boot here. Actually, try not to cut off too much of the pant if I don't have to. Whatever. It's not that hard to redraw. So cut off that there, and then cut off the rest of what we have here. And then just kind of like, yeah, and so actually the one thing I need to check is like, these are supposed to be black pants, so we need to go crazy with the brightness and contrast. We need a lot less brightness and a lot less contrast, I guess. Yeah, okay. Look, the white pants turned black. But actually, the dark on the black is a little too dark, and the light on the black is a little too light. So, wait, how did these actually look like? Let's look for a comparison. Hey, congratulations to whoever leveled up. Alright, so let's open, yeah, just for comparison, what did these legs look like? Black pants. Yeah, oh, so they were pretty dark. They were, like, really dark. So, I'm just gonna open up these for reference. So these were really dark. Yeah, they're almost completely black, so... Alright, so I can go really dark with this. Alright, so, brightness, contrast, so yeah, so very, very little brightness, very little contrast. So like, yeah, something like that might actually be okay. I'll bring it up slightly, like that, I guess. That should be good. Oh, you know what? Yeah, actually, no, you know what I just remembered is I want to get this pretty exact because this isn't just a standalone piece. This is part of like an armor set that has like other darkly colored elements in it, and so I'll actually want those to like line up a little bit. So yeah, let's actually let's be a little more mathematical about it, I guess. Let's like take this and paste it, or no, let's put in a new layer. Paste this here just as like a comparison point, just like as, yeah, just for like comparison basically. And then so let's see, yeah, actually, what is the easiest way to go about this? Yeah, let's okay, so we'll go to layer 24, adjust the brightness and contrast. Actually, let's zoom in on this, because we want to get these as close as we can, like these tones. So adjust the brightness and contrast. So, so drop down the brightness, drop down the contrast, but how far? So further than this. Alright, so this looks pretty close. This looks like almost exact. Let's see how far off we are though. So like this is this value is 0, 0, 15, whereas this one is 0, 0, 15. Hey, look at that. That's like exactsies. Nice. This one is 0, 0, 22, whereas this one is 0. Are you kidding me? I literally got it. I nailed it. I literally got it exactsies. Oh, that's special. That's my secret talent is getting is changing my my special power is changing brightness and contrast to hit the exact same tone between two different samples exactly on the first try. It's my secret power. Alright, I'm just gonna move this layer down because I'm gonna need a new layer in just a second anyways. Um, alright, cool. So yeah, so now whatever those magic numbers were, adjustments, so negative 88, negative 79, just bam, got it. Okay, so let's also go here, let's copy the version of 2. Oh yeah, so let's bring layer 25 down to the foot layer 2, and so let's paste this, move it down to, what is it, 6161, as per usual. Let's chop the boot off here. We can do a little cleaner job of that. Oh yeah, and then let's chop the pant off here. Including that pixel. And then yeah, so then this one, layer 25 gets the brightness contrast treatment to turn the darker tone, and good. And then so yeah, I'll have to draw the ankles back in, right, because they don't really connect right now, as you might notice. But other than that, we're G2G. Okay, let's do what? So oh, huh. You know what I just realized is that Trusty Bard's message in that case is a little inaccurate, or it's a little deceptive, because Trusty Bard says only one can win out. It's a dead heat so far. This is event type 2. It must have been. Oh, thank you. By the way, Pete. I just saw the part where you said that you liked what I was working on. The yeah, because the thing that I realized is, like, it's not just that only one can win out. It's that it's that only one could win out, but you could also fail. Um, Only one can win out. Yeah, so it shouldn't say it's a dead heat so far. What it should say is at this rate neither will win, or something like that. Uh, uh, so yeah. Oh, not in the art test. I'll have to be careful that I don't accidentally apply bug fixes to the wrong version of the Journey files. Now that I have like two different versions of it. But yeah, so like, I mean, it's kind of a small thing, but like these messages are supposed to be helpful. So yeah, so an event type 2, only one can win out. It's a dead heat so far. Yeah, no. So what should be said here is right, like at this rate uh, uh, at this rate neither stand a chance. You better, like, when things are dire, it's okay for Trusty Bard to recognize. So you'd better find some agreement. I guess only one can win out. What will you choose? Only one can win out. It looks like the top pick is only one can win out. The best option could be yeah, I also don't I don't want it to say, like, neither stand a chance. That sounds like too grim a prognosis, because like either could win. Like so uh uh only one can win out. At this rate, uh uh why does Zanklord have 0 XP? Probably because he just leveled up. the experience, it shows how much experience you have in your current level. So as soon as you level up, you have zero XP to your next level. Uh, I guess I'm not 100% about that stuff. I was actually just earlier today thinking about changing the information that's displayed there. Um, the the thing about showing the experience points, like if I don't show it, people will ask about it. But if I do show it, like people will ask about it. So I don't know. I like. I just think, yeah. I don't know. I want to change that. Like everything that goes on there, I just don't. I just haven't figured out exactly what I want to change it to. So there is also a bug where sometimes it shows zero experience at the wrong time, but I think we're supposed to have fixed that bug. So hopefully that bug doesn't actually happen. Actually, I was gonna put in an error checking to make sure that that bug doesn't happen. So maybe I'll do that too. Um, uh, Only one can win out. Uh, Actually, okay. So I'll just say only one can win out. Neither will win unless you find some agreement, I guess. Uh, yeah. Only one can win out. Not neither will win unless you find some agreement. Sure. All right. So yeah. So with event type 3, it's fine to say the popular option will succeed. And I think so the other one, like the other hardcore event type, like event types 2 and 3 are like harder than the others because like there's actually like a fail condition. Um, uh, yeah. Okay. So in these cases, he says you can win by covering all bases. You don't have enough blank yet, and that's good actually. Yeah, you don't have enough blank yet. Yeah, because that very clearly says you like it says you can win, but you don't have enough. So I think that message is sufficient in terms of like expressing the direness of the circumstances, or like the just letting you know that um uh uh did you ever get your accounts to link correctly, Zanklord? Because I remember yesterday. What was it? Did it? And it's not. I don't know. Maybe like you're happy with like the current situation, but I just I remember. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Good. So your accounts are linked and stuff. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Look. 11 minutes ago, Trusty Bard just said, "Zanklord, congrats on level 4." So you did just level up. So yes, that is that. So that would explain why you have like 0 XP. Uh, um. Hmm. Uh. Yeah. Okay. So let's let's do what? Uh. Let's uh. Yeah. No. I just wanted to fix that little thing. Oh yeah. I was gonna put in a. Yeah. I was gonna put in like a check just to make sure that the name tags. Oh, you know what? No, I'm not gonna worry about the name tags right now because that's actually gonna completely change when I thread the animation system. So yeah, no, I'll worry about that later. Okay, so save stuff and whatnot, and uh, okay, so let's get back to what we were doing, which was feet and stuff. Yay, feet. Okay, so so those layers are all set. I hmm, I could draw on the ankles now, or I could do the. No, I'm gonna do the rest of the extra layers first, and then I'll draw on the ankles later. I think. Yeah, okay, because like, well, oh no, you know what? Okay, I was gonna say like before, I'll want to keep these layers separate, but actually that's not true anymore. I actually can squish these layers together, and so actually I guess I might as well, because like otherwise they're just gonna like stack up and get annoying. So I'm gonna I can actually the feet and the pants I can actually draw those. I can actually put these layers on the same layer because I will like keep the pants and swap out the boots at some point, but when I do that, the boots will like completely cover up all the area that the feet would have occupied. So I can just like draw right on top of it. I don't have to I don't have to pull like a switcheroo or anything. Uh, I don't know why I said the word switcheroo. As soon as I said it, I was like, I sound like an idiot saying the word switcheroo. Why would I say something like that? All right, so let's yeah, so let's copy from this layer or from this image onto a new layer above here. Paste. This goes to 61, 61 as such. So from this one, we will delete the boot, and from this layer, we will delete basically everything except for the sandal itself. And yeah, that will be. We can merge those together, or we can so we can literally merge the layers together now, and then finish up later. And so yeah, I actually don't have to do these in pairs. I can just gonna do these layers like one at a time because it'll be easier to read and just like overall cleaner. To do these one at a time. All right, so the next one is foot 1. So copy this. Let's put a new layer above foot 1. Paste. Slide this down to position 61, 61. This is like the jump kick frame of animation. If I ever want to implement jump kicks in the game, I can just reuse this frame of animation. All right, so delete the boot from this layer, and then delete basically everything else from the other layer. All this business go away. Oh shoot! I just realized something. With this one, I forgot to do the color balance. I forgot to make it darker, which I can do. It doesn't matter that I squish the layers together. I can do that cleanly. But I do have to remember to be doing that. Right, like here, for example. Right. So yeah, what I have to do is I can still make up for it. I just have to because I haven't if I'd actually melded the ankle and the foot together, it would have been more awkward, but I haven't yet, so I can just select that part and then okay, good. Right, because that's an important step of what we're doing. Hey, congratulations to whoever leveled up. I'm guessing that's Yakumus, considering that looks like Yakumus. Excuse me. Advice time. What is the best code editor in my eyes, except Notepad++ and Sublime? I mean, I guess it depends on what you're working on, but I like Visual Studio for the most part. Actually, yeah. As soon as I said that, as soon as I said I like Visual Studio, what occurred to me is that I used it the week before, and I was not enthusiastic about it. Like I hadn't used it in a while, and I went back to using it, and it kept losing autocomplete, and it had when autocomplete was working, it was acting more aggressive than I remembered it. It was stomping on things that I didn't intend for it to stomp on. So yeah, I don't know. I would have said Visual Studio is my favorite, but I'm really not 100% on that actually at this point. The weird thing about that is that it's the best one I could think of. It's the only one that so prior to my experience with it a couple weeks ago, it's the only one that I'd consider I'd actually really voice a recommendation behind. And now that I'm reticent about that one too, I guess at this point I really don't have a good recommendation. I don't know. Maybe if you you say it except for Sublime Text, maybe stick with Sublime Text if that's what you're using. I just noticed that there's some smudgy pixels on this. It's not a huge deal, but I'm just gonna get rid of them. Out the source, which is here. Just get rid of smudgy pixels. Okay. Save that. They're probably on some other versions of this art, but whatever. I don't care. Okay. So then put this to 61, 61. Oh yeah, and I haven't gotten rid of the smudgy pixels here yet. And also there are more. All the smudgy pixels. There's smudgy pixels above the toe as well. Smudgy pixels. Smudgy pixels. Alright, save that. And then, alright, so this is positioned at 61, 61, so let's get rid of these smudgy pixels. Smudgy pixels. Alright, and actually let's get rid of the whole boot. Yeah. I might have nicked the knee a little bit, but I can put that back together with not much difficulty. Alright, and so, okay, and then, so the rest of that image is gone, which is, I guess, good. Oh, right, that was the one that got messed up, and I, like, had them as separate layers for some reason, but whatever. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Oh, wow, I just noticed that the top of the pants are, like, all busted here as well. I might have to clean that up at some point. I might not worry about it yet, though. I might worry about that later. Because if I have to clean it up on one pair of pants, I probably have to. It's probably like the same. Like it's probably the same like smudgy. It's probably like the same like inconsistency in the top line for like basically all the pants. All the pants. That's right. All of no. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's nothing serious, I don't think. I hope not. But no, I don't know what that is. All right, so let's continue on. So foot layer 2. Oh yeah, hide foot layer 1A. Oh wait, oh yeah, I did foot layer 2 already because I was doing them I was doing legs pairwise at first. But all right, so yeah, so let's just cut to the chase with the deletion of this part of the leg. Oops, wrong layer. Whoops. Yeah, so let's get rid of that part of the leg, and then get rid of this stuff. This is part of the leg, not part of the shoe. And then yeah, where was the so this would be like this would be this one. Let's copy this file, new layer, paste. Let's slide this on down. To position 61, 61. Everyone's favorite foot leg position. Right, and then, so from this one we're deleting the, sorry, I was just catching my chat. From this one we delete the shoe, which I think, like, this dot was never supposed to be messed up, but yeah, I mean, I do have to come back and clean the rest of this stuff anyways, because I think, for example, that, yeah. Okay, that's fine for now. Oh, except, yeah, wait, before I switch these together, I will switch the brightness and contrast to darker. Okay, and then, I don't know why, this layer in particular by itself is just so weird to me. Like, I don't, alright, sorry. It's not a big deal, but like that of all the leg frames of animation, that one just too weird. I don't know. All right. Where was I? Foot layer 3. Let's oh, more smudgy pixels over here. Look at all these terribly smudgy pixels. Ugh, what a mess. What a mess. They're really gonna have like zero impact on anything probably, but they just bother me when I see them. Whoops. Oh yeah, again wrong layer. Alright, there we go. Alright, so this is layer 3, so this would be this one. Copy, new layer, paste, slide down to 61, 61. Ah, more smudgy pixels. All the smudgy pixels. So many smudgy pixels. Where am I going with this? 61, 61. There we go. Alright, so let's get rid of not just the boot, but let's also give the boot to these smudgy pixels. Am I right? Am I right? No, don't agree with me. That was terrible. That was... Why did I say that? Okay. And then... let's... Alright, this is the last one. This one, and then we're good to go. We're G2G after this, so... let's get rid of these. Although... I selected one too many pixels of the feet here. Yeah. So get rid of that. Whoops. Let's get rid of it from the correct layer. And then Yeah, so that's good. And then right, so this last one, copy from here.